Welcome to the Global Economics. Right here, I'm your host, Elias, and today we are delighted and honored to have our guest who is setting benchmarks in digital transformations, the CEO of Saudi Business Machine, Mr. Aissam Al-Shiha.
اهلا وسهلا شكرا
Mr. Aissam, congratulations first on being awarded the best CEO in digital transformation and smart infrastructure, ICT, and the Texagron for winning Best Technology Hub for digital transformation, research, and development. Mr. Aissam, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
We are honored to have you here today with us today, and we are excited to hear your perspective as a leader shaping the journey of SBM that has been the front fort of enterprise technology and digital transformation in the kingdom.
Thank you, Elias, again.
Mr. Shiha, SBM has recently marked some significant milestones, most notably the launch of Texagon, the expansion of its advanced cloud and data center capabilities, and the strengthening of its end-to-end digital transformation offering aligned with the Vision 2030. Among these recent achievements, which one stand the most of you personally?
Well, as most of the people would answer, all these technologies are like my babies. In fact, we're adopting all these new technologies because we have a belief in SBM that we're a client-centric company. We just go for the client satisfaction and try really to reach even beyond. We're trying to mix. We started previously as IBM mainly, and then we're going also to beyond. With the international experience of IBM, we mixed it with the local expertise and the market knowledge of our region, which is Saudi Arabia. We're trying really to provide the best and the reach to the client satisfaction as much as we can. With the technologies that we have and we're adopting, that really complete our portfolio list, how really to achieve the satisfaction as much as we can. These are the trends of the future, and we don't also want to be locked as a transactional company, not only a system integrator, but even beyond. Whenever there is a new technology, we have to adapt, because if you don't adapt, we'll be left behind. So this is our strategy.
I agree with you. You should always keep following up, because now everything is going fast, as we know.
Totally true.
All right. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is about the challenges addressed by SBM. Today, enterprises are navigating increasing complexity, ranging from hybrid cloud adoption and cybersecurity risks. What are the most critical challenges you see organizations struggling with today, and how does SBM address these challenges through its integrated end-to-end approach?
We have developed our own SOC, Cybersecurity Operational Center, in order to serve among the other, if you like to call them competitors or colleagues within the local market. And we believe we are one of the best companies to provide this. We are not trying to react for the actions that might happen. In fact, we have to predict. So that's why we are injecting our own local Saudis, because these are our assets within SBM. We don't have really tangible assets more than the people. We are a big believer in people. That's why we're trying to mix the expertise outside and inject them with our local people in order to gain the expertise to serve the country. So having all this said, SBM is still one of the best, if not the best company within this field.
I agree with you. So the people and the asset, they are the assets and they are the core of the company itself.
That's true.
In the kingdom. I would like to ask you a bit about the innovation at the core, as we were talking now about the core and the people. SBM profile spans advanced technology such as AI, IoT, data analysis, hybrid cloud, and cybersecurity. Now, the question is, how do you ensure that innovation at SBM remain practical, scalable, and closely aligned with the real business outcomes rather than just technology-driven experimentation?
We've decided, excuse me, we've decided in our strategy really to have, we created our own Hexagon, which is our center. This Hexagon really acts like our development center and then testing for the technologies before it gets to be deployed in the market. So that's why we ensure that the product that goes into the market, when we serve them with this solution, it is really well matured. It's not like we're providing them with any solution. That's why we've felt the need of having such a center, and that's why we called it Hexagon, in order really to cover all the needs. And we're working with more than 100 or 200 vendors. On the top of the list definitely is IBM. And out of all those partners, really we're getting the best in order to mix them in one pot, which is the Hexagon, to provide the right dish really to our clients in the market.
So mainly the Hexagon is the 80% of the real work behind the scene before it goes.
Yes.
So the Hexagon is mainly doing all the testing to provide the best service and the best quality of all the
development, testing, and then the deployment. We have to make sure that it is developed there. We check them perfectly, and then we do the right testing before really we serve them on the client's table.
Have you faced any challenges while you were testing this platform by itself, like before you start actually doing behind the scenes real experiments?
Nothing that's not normal in our business, that you will have a trial and error in some of the developments, if you like to call it this way, that it would fail here, then you have to go and fix it and correct it and try it again. And that's why we need the testing phase.
So without failure, and
Yes.
you will never actually know what's the problem and define the solution.
You wouldn't know what's the right really solution.
Exactly, I agree with you. Now, Hexagon and cloud-led digital transformation. Hexagon has been positioned as a digital transformation hub where leaders can experience a real-world use cases across the world. Cybersecurity, data, and automation. Now the question is, what gap did you identify in the market that led to the creation of Hexagon, and how does it experimental model change the way CXO think about the adoption digital transformation?
As we said earlier, is that previously we were talking about transactions. Either the clients would ask for a bill of quantities from hardware or from software perspective. But it's not the case anymore. Now the clients have some pain, and the solution or the resolution of this issue is by providing a really a well-tested solution that really satisfies their needs. How to reach to that one is by having our own kitchen, which we called the Hexagon. That's why where we test the solution before we serve it to our clients. That's the only gap that we've identified earlier, in order to make sure that we're not providing any solution, we are providing the right solution.
So would you think if Hexagon was discovered, let's say, earlier in time, like back in a couple of years, would it make a lot of difference now?
Maybe, but also the nature of the market, the requirements those days was based on a list of items. So maybe it was not required. So it could be a failure even earlier. So coming to the market in the right time with the right solution, it makes a big difference.
So as we're saying, like every smart idea should be in the right time for
That's
it
true.
to give its full potential.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, let's talk a bit about SBM brand vision. This is a really good question. How do you see SBM brand evolving over the next few years? And what do you most want customers and partners to associate with SBM when they think of the digital transformation?
As we just said even earlier, we are a company that's client centric. We care too much about the client, about their requirements, and how we can serve them better. The Vision 2030 really draws the future of the kingdom, and based on this vision, the clients, each client really draw their future and go into the details that really answer their requirements better. So we are working closely with them to be the right partner to them. We need to be close. How to be close is also by meeting them, understand their requirements, cook the right meal in our kitchen, which, as we mentioned earlier, the hexagon, in order really to answer their needs more than to sell any product. So that's why we're trying really to mark our brand to be the right partner that delivers the requirement.
It's like nothing have changed, even with a lot of new things coming up and the evolve of business itself. It's still hospitality at the end of the day, because you need to have a contact with the client.
Yes.
Correct. So
Yes.
it means that
Communication.
exactly.
Communication is the right tool really to understand. It's like visiting a doctor. The doctor cannot prescribe any medicine to you before sitting with you. Let the patient talks more and more until the doctor understands the right pain, and then they will give you the right prescription.
Exactly, having full understanding and giving them the secret ingredient, which is hexagon, actually, like
Hexagon. Yes.
amazing. We will go for the future outlook, expansion, and nation building. What does the next phase of growth like for SBM, both in term business expansion and its border role in developing digital capabilities and talent within the kingdom?
As we also mentioned earlier, that really our main asset is the people. The local talents, we care about them, even within SBM, or sometimes even we train the local fresh graduates to go even to other companies. They go into the market. It's our positive step and our contribution to the society. It doesn't mean or doesn't have to have those talents within SBM, but they can be emerged into the market. We believe in the local market. That's why we are, for the time being, our region is Saudi Arabia only, but with the new business coming, for example, the cloud, we're trying really to reach even outside, but not physically, because the campus of the investors are really directing people to Saudi Arabia as the right place really to come and invest. So there is plenty of opportunities in Saudi, and it's our region. We understand the market, we understand our clients. There is no need to go beyond, unless maybe in the future we are preparing the company, but it doesn't have to be done today or tomorrow. Until the right time comes, then we're going to go and maybe jump into the abroad of Saudi Arabia.
But of course, there is ahead preparation before. It's like there's
That's true.
a study you guys doing, so you know, okay, this is what might happen, and this is what we have, and this is what we're gonna give.
We have the knowledge. Also, as we mentioned also earlier, we have more than 200 partners, are all internationals. So we're working with them. As we mentioned, even we started with IBM previously, so we understand really the challenges even outside. Until this moment, we have, our plate is more than full with the opportunities in Saudi Arabia. So there is no need really to go beyond, unless the time. It's happening also with the foreign or international investors who are coming really to Saudi. Now it's the right place to come and invest in Saudi. That's why a lot of companies, they're opening their headquarters, regional head offices in Saudi because it's the right place there.
Mr. Isam, there is a very important question about what was the challenges in the market and what were the solutions?
Of course, there are too many challenges, but the most important one that really we care about, as we just mentioned, about the youth, the people, the talented Saudis. There is a huge gap of the expertise that's really required for the huge leap that happens in the market based on the Vision 2030. That's why SBM addressed this by introducing the SBM Academy in order to graduate and educate the fresh graduates and prepare them, whether joining SBM as a company or going for the market and joining any other entity. The idea behind it is that we contribute to the society by providing and closing as much as we can. We contribute from our side, and I guess every entity in Saudi, they're trying to do the same, but not the, it depends on the right way or not. We're doing it through the SBM Academy, and we are a good believer that this provided the right skills, the right talent people that serves the country better in the future.
Very nice. I would like to say something. Now in this generation, is there a lot of youth candidate who are interested in this kind of market?
Yes, a lot of people. In fact, we've seen it in a personal level. I've seen it in the interviews and our HR with the level of the candidates. They're trying really to approach SBM or trying to knock the door of SBM Academy because they're seeing the value of being a graduate from this academy. The market really requires people with this capabilities with them.
Interesting. Mr. Isam, talking about the creation of Texagon, can you give me more details about it and what's the importance of its creation itself?
Being in the market now for more than 4 decades, definitely we understand the requirements of the market, and we believe that we do sometimes better than the others because we have the experience of the international, having closely working with IBM and being in the market for this long time makes us really digest and understand the needs of the people. That's why we created the Texagon in order to provide our clients with the emerging technologies, either through IoT, cloud, and all these solutions that can really answer their needs. The R&D that we've created in this Texagon makes the people who work in this Texagon really getting closely scratching the surface of the requirements of the client, goes to the root cause of the issues that makes the pain for them in order to be developed, tested, and then definitely deployed to their right client. Of course, this one helped the SBM also increase our local content through also providing the right talented Saudis within the Texagon and make them getting closer through the R&D. We're mixing all this in one part. We call it the Texagon that provides the right answer to their client, to our client requirements. Let me add one more point over here since you're asking about the need of the Texagon. We've introduced in our cybersecurity, we put a layer there, which is the AI. Definitely, it's one of the emerging technologies that SBM is introducing to our portfolio. Why we're introducing this one? When I mentioned to you earlier that we're moving from a reaction mode to proactive is through this kind of tool. It's been introduced, and our local talents, they've been trained through the SBM Academy in order to be ready for this one. And it's all within our Texagon, and now everybody is aware through the SOC and the NOC that we have using the AI to really resolve any issues that might happen or the clients might face in the market.
Mr. Isam, I would love to say thank you for your perspective on the entire idea of Hexagon and how it works, and definitely the connection you have with the customer, with the people, and especially with the locals. That's very important for the company growth in the future. I would say congratulations one more time.
Thank you.
I would say thank you for your time and all the best in everything. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This will be the end of our session. Big thanks to Mr. Isam Shiha, and we will see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you, yes. يعطيك العافية.